Hello everyone, welcome back. Hope you are doing good. Today is 26th March and according to the plan we will be solving previous year questions based on interface Python with MySQL. Then without further delay, let's get started. Here is the weightage of this chapter. You will be getting one question worth 4 marks in the section D. Along with that, you may get one question for 1 mark in the section A. Let's look at some of the 1 mark questions. Read the question carefully. In the connect function, which argument is not necessary? Out of the given option, the correct option is database, that is B. If you are not working with any database, you can skip this parameter. Here is the second question. In the second question, we need to tell this fetch all method returns result set in what format? It returns in the form of list of tuples. Look at the output. It is clear that fetch all function returns the data in the form of list of tuples. Here is the first tuple, here is the second tuple which is in the form of list. Moving ahead to the next question. Which Python function is used for displaying only one result set? For that we use fetch1. Because out of these three variations of fetch function, fetch all returns all the records, fetch many will returns the specified number of records. Only fetch1 will return only one record. Here is one question which is for 2 marks. We need to tell the difference between fetch1 and fetch all. Fetch all function fetches all the rows, whereas fetch1 function fetches single row. When there are no records, empty list will get returned. But in case of fetch1 function, we get none. In this question, we need to give one example too. Here we are using fetch all function, we are getting the list of tuples, and in this example we are using fetch1 function, we are getting one record. There is one more question for 2 marks, let's check out. Here is a given table and we need to tell the output of the Python statements. Read the code carefully. First query is getting executed, use table, we are using database. In the second statement we are executing the query select star from passengers. You know, with fetch all function we get the records in the form of list of tuples. Now look at the print statement, what we are trying to print here. In the tuple, the first element will be TNO and the second element will be name. Here is a R in which we are getting the complete tuple. At the index 1 we have name that we are printing. So all the names from the tuple will get printed. This is the first name, second name and the third name. So here is the required output of this question. Now let's proceed to the 4 marks questions. This question has been taken from the sample question paper for the session 23-24. This question is a case study based question. Read the question carefully. Kabir wants to write a Python program to insert following record in the table student in MySQL database school. Here are the fields of the table and this information is provided for the connectivity. Continue reading the question. The values of RNO, name, date of birth and fees has to be accepted from the user. Help Kabir to write program in Python. Hope you remember the steps to create a connectivity. The first step is to import the required module. For that we are writing import command. Import mysql.connector. With as keyword we will be giving nickname to it. Look at the second step. Open a connection to database. For that we use connect function. Connect function belongs to the module. That's why we are writing mysql.connect. According to the provided information, we need to write this parameter. First parameter is host. Host equals to localhost. The second parameter will be user, that is root. Here is the third parameter. Password equals to tiger. It is mentioned in the question. The final parameter is database. Look at the question. The name of the database is school. So we need to provide it here. If it is not mentioned, then you can write anything. Moving ahead with the third step, creating a cursor instance. For that we will be using cursor function along with the connection object. Here it is con1. As instructed, we have to take the input for roll number, name, date of birth and fees. Roll number is integer, fees is float and name and date of birth will be in the string format. As we need to provide these input to the query, we will be designing parameterized query. For that we are using format function. Look at the insert query that we are initializing to a variable query. Insert into student values. We need to provide 4 values, that's why we are providing 4 placeholders. In the first placeholder, RNO will get replaced. In the second placeholder, name. Third placeholder is for date of birth and fourth placeholder is for fees. Look at the placeholder. The second placeholder is enclosed in a single quote. Even third placeholder is enclosed in a single quote because these two variables are of string data type. Make sure to enclose the string in triple quotes. What's the next step? We need to execute a query. For that we will be using execute function and providing the query variable as a parameter. Execute function works with cursor instance. We are familiar with this concept that whenever we use any DML command, we need to use commit function so that we can permanently save the changes into the table. So here is the commit function which works with the connection object, that is con1, printing one simple message to confirm the program is working fine. Now we are at the last step, clean up the environment. For that we are using close function which works with connection object. In this way, our task is over. We helped Kabir to insert one record to the table through Python program. There is a choice for the same question. Let's read that question. Sartaj has created table student in MySQL database school. Here are the fields of the table. And here is the information for the connectivity. Now let's read the question. Sartaj now wants to display the records of the student whose fees is more than 5,000. As we helped Kabir, we should help to Sartaj also to write this Python program. Look at the code. Now we know the steps, right? The first step is to import MySQL.connector module. In the second step, we use connect function to establish connection between MySQL and Python. According to the instruction, here is the first parameter, second parameter and third parameter. Database is given, so we will be writing it. Here also the database name is same. Moving ahead to the third step, that is to create cursor instance. Now we need to write the query and execute it. Here is the query. Select star from student where fees equals to, this is the placeholder. According to the instructions, we need to display the records of the student whose fees is greater than 5,000. So with format function we are providing it. This is an integer value, so no need to enclose the placeholder in a single quote. Always try to write the query in a triple single quote to avoid any confusion between the quotes. Now it's time to execute the query with the execute function. Here we are using select query, so we will be getting some result set that we are fetching with fetch all function. We got the records in the form of list of tuples that is stored in the data variable. Using for loop, we are iterating over the tuples of the list and printing that record one by one. The last step is to close the connection. So in this way we will be scoring 4 marks based on this topic. Let's move ahead and check out some more questions. This question is from additional practice question paper issued by CBSc for the session 23-24. This is also case study based question. Samira maintains a database name store which contains a table item. Here are the fields of the item table. This is the information for the connectivity. Now let's check the question. We need to help her to remove a record from the table item for a particular value of item name input by user. This question is very easy to solve as the code is given, only we need to fill that blanks. Try to understand the code and read the statements carefully. We are now well familiar with the steps. The first step is to import the module. In the second step, we create the connection. Here is the first parameter, second parameter is user, third parameter is password. We could see blank. So let's read the question. Complete statement 1 to establish the connection with the database. Check out the question. Password is mentioned as tiger. So in the statement 1, we need to write tiger. So simple. Let's move ahead in the code. The third step is always to create a cursor instance. We could see blank there. So read the statement first. Write statement 2 to create cursor object. Cursor function is used to create cursor object that we use with connection variable. So connection variable is con1. Then we will be writing cursor function. So here is the statement 2. In the next statement we are taking item name. Now it's time to write the query. We could see blank here. Read the question for the statement 3. Complete statement 3 to remove the record from the table item based on the item name entered by the user. Here we will be writing parameterized query. For that we will use format function. With the delete command we will be removing the record. Look at the delete query. Delete from table name. The name of the table is item. Write exactly same as the question. It's time to write the where clause, where I name equals to placeholder. According to the question, we need to provide the item name which we have entered through the user. As item name is a string value, we will be enclosing this placeholder in a single quote and write the query in triple quotes to avoid the confusion between the quotes. Here is the fourth step. We are executing the query. Now let's proceed to the next statement. Con1 dot blank. Read the question for the statement 4. Complete statement 4 to save changes in the table. When we use any one of the DML command to reflect changes in the database, we will be using commit function. Already this variable con1, that is connection object, is written over there. We need to just write commit function. In this way, by writing only one word, you will be getting 1 mark. Very easy to cover these 4 marks. For the same question, we have OR part 2. Let's read it. The same table item is created in a database named store. And here are the fields of the table. This is the information for the connectivity. The same pattern of question we have to complete this code. Look at the code. In the first statement itself, we have blank. So let's read the first statement. Complete line word to import the appropriate module. If you know the answer, pause the video and try it yourself. For the connectivity, we need MySQL.connector module. So we will be importing it using import statement. Import MySQL.connector, and you can see here con1 variable is used throughout the program. It means we have given nickname to it as con1. So here is the answer for the first statement. Import MySQL.connector as con1. First step is completed. Second step is to create connection. Moving ahead to the third step. Here we are creating cursor instance. Look at the question. It is same. With the cursor function we can create the connection. Already con1 variable is written over there. In the next statement we are writing the query. Read the description carefully. Complete the query in the line 3 to display details of all such items from the item table whose price is more than 5,000. Look at the query. Already the whole query is written over there. With the format function we need to pass the value which is 5,000. When you are writing answer, write the complete sentence. The fourth step is to execute that query. Keep in mind one thing, that whenever we use select query we need to fetch the records. We could see blank here. So let's read the question carefully. For that, complete line 4 to extract all the records. As it is mentioned all the records, we will be using fetch all function. Already the cursor instant is written over there. Just we need to write fetch all function. In this way the code got completed. Here are some more questions to practice. Take the screenshot of it and try it yourself. Later you can cross check your answers. Here is one more question. Give it a try. And look at the answers. You can cross check it whether you have done it correctly or not. I could find one more question of the similar pattern in one of the board paper. I would suggest to solve this question too. In this code there is a user defined function to delete the record, but no need to worry, the steps will be same. I trust you can solve this question very easily. If you want, you can cross check your answers. Write the table name correctly. Here the table name is employee, not EMP. And here is the OR part of the same question. I know you will like to attempt this question too. For your convenience, here are the answers. I hope with these mini questions we got sufficient practice for this topic. With that note, we are wrapping up today's session. Hope you have understood all the concept. If you found this video helpful, do share with your friends. In the next video, we will be starting unit number 2, that is computer networks. So until next time, stay healthy, keep studying. I will see you in the next video.